Julia Coles was beginning to regret her strange relationship with Jack Parkinson. It had been exciting at first, meeting him and feeling that first frisson of attraction that had quickly turned to lust. They had met several times in the evenings, going to a pub before ending up on the common in the back of his car. She had been unaware at first of the discomfort, but now she was slowly realizing that, at her age, she shouldn't have to put up with fumbles on back seats, no matter how flash the car. "Look, Jack," she had remonstrated the last time they met, "I don't see why we have to do it in your car. Haven't you got a home we can go to?" "I have, but my mother also lives there," he had told her, clumsily trying to remove her knickers. "Why can't we go to your place?" "Because it's not private either. I flat share." "So what?" He had finally managed to deprive her of her underwear, and she had heard him grunt and sigh as he thrust into her. "They're not prudes, are they?" Julia, who by now was not enjoying what Jack was doing, and feeling completely detached from the whole process, told him that, no, they weren't prudes, but she preferred privacy when making love. This, she had realized, wasn't making love. Jack Parkinson could have been poking his penis into any aperture for all the difference it was making to him. Besides, he still had that beautiful girlfriend who probably knew nothing about her. In fact, the guilt she felt was making the whole sordid affair with Jack unpalatable. She had resolved not to see him again, but he had almost whined when she called him with this intention. "But Julia, darling, I love you." She had never heard anyone sound so insincere. "No, you don't, Jack. I'm just another trophy to you, another notch on your bedpost, although I've never even seen your bedpost, let alone your bed. So let's call it a day, shall we?" But he had continued to plead with her, which only made her resolve not to see him again firmer. "No, Jack, I don't think it's working. You've still got Samantha, and I've still got Gary. It was a mistake from the beginning. I only went out with you because Gary had stood me up." That had been a cruel thing to say, she knew, and it wasn't exactly true. There had been a brief silence before he spoke again. "Is that really true?" No, not entirely, but he was late picking me up that night you rang me for the first time. So I thought it would be nice to go out with you." "To teach him a lesson, you mean?" Yes, I suppose so. But I was attracted to you, Jack. I still am." This, she had suddenly realized, was quite true. She was still attracted to him at some level, although she wasn't quite sure why. "Look," he had then countered, "my mother goes out on Tuesday evenings. Why don't you come over then?" It had been Monday when he had said this. "Does she go out every Tuesday?" "Sure does," he had said, his whining voice now back to the normal, confident pitch she had grown to know so well. "Where does she go?" Julia hadn't been sure why she asked this, because she wasn't in the least bit interested in Mrs. Parkinson, except in her absence. "What does it matter?" he had grumbled. "An evening class, I suppose. Basket weaving or something." "So, how long does that give us?" "Long enough, sweetheart," he had said. "Long enough. Why don't you drive over tomorrow, about 7? Here, I'll give you the address."